brothers and sisters, to another exhilarating episode of Alex Sass Show, Common Canadians edition here. Thanks to Canada Central, we get to look behind the scenes one more time. And this is a really important show because why would you come to Canada? You come to Canada for opportunity. Why? Because there's more job opportunities, there's more business opportunities for yourself, which you may not have back to the country you're immigrating from. And Canada Central, why is it so important for us to talk about that? They have a career advisor who specifically specializes in your career choices and the career opportunities that you have here in Canada. Benedetta, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, Alex. And you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for coming to Alex Sass Show here at the Glen Zone Studios. And we are very happy to see you here. You are shining. And if this is the face that the immigrants see when walking into a Canada Central office, they're definitely filled with hope. Right?
I hope so.
Well, we do hope so.
Yes.
It is a challenging endeavor, right?
Definitely.
And a lot of people are scared. What am I going to do once I immigrate to another country, specifically to Canada? What are my opportunities? One of the shows we did is one of the opportunities to go to school and to improve your skills and to acquire new skills, to learn the language, specifically to learn the language. What are there other career opportunities? Because it is challenging. It is a scary process.
It is.
And it's a difficult process.
It is. I deal with most of the clients that are wanting to come to Canada on a work permit. Ideally, we meet over Zoom. And, I explain the process to them. I explain what they need to take, their steps. I explain what we're going to do for them. I work with them from beginning to end. So first Zoom call is really, guiding them into, through their journey to come to Canada, the steps they need to take before, and, many other things.
Well, it's important, right? The first thing that it starts with, from what I understand, is the CV, your resume.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right, and it's probably here. It's like that's your greeting card, that's your business card. That's how you introduce yourself to a potential employer, right?
Yes.
So, what are some of the things that you help with in terms of how to align your CV with Canadian standard?
So basically, when we meet with a client, we first let them know what options they have, what immigration path they have. And we have a certified IRCC that will work with them on this aspect of it. Then they come to me. I have a Zoom call with them. I look at their old CVs, and most of the time, their old CVs don't really conform to a Canadian type of standard document that they would need. So we help them to reformat their CVs. We help them to understand, and when we reformat their CVs, we redo the professional summary, which is really the introduction of the CV and really talks a lot about a person's, not their hard skills, which we'll talk about in later sections of the CV, which are included within their job description and what they did, but also their soft skills, their transferable skills. That's all part of their summary, their professional summary, and that's the introduction to the employer of this person. Okay, because a lot of times now employers are looking for not only hard skills and experience, but they're also looking for other skills, transferable skills and soft skills. So we reformat the CV, we send it out to the client approves it. Once the CV is approved, if it's not approved, I redo it. I add in or remove whatever it is that they don't want. And once it's approved, the CV will be loaded into their account, into the platform, and then we begin the job search process.
So Canada Central actually helps
Absolutely.
with the process
Yes.
of setting up the CV. Okay, so the CV is set up, and you have a wonderful CV. You load it onto a platform. And you can explain to me what that means. And then job search begins. What are the strategies in finding job in Canada right now? And maybe you can share it with me, because clearly I'm jobless here talking on the mic.
So, job hunting is a multi-dimensional, endeavor, as you want to call it. It's got a multi-pronged approach, not just for immigrants, but also for Canadians, but mostly for immigrants. So we encourage them to familiarize themselves with online boards, which they don't normally know about, industry-specific websites, professional networks, and things like that. Okay, we tailor each application. So we take the CV and we tailor each application to that person's skills. Okay, we write personalized cover letters. We address the specific needs that the employers in Canada are looking for. And as you know, Canada is now bringing in a lot of skilled immigrants on, with specific jobs in mind to do the jobs where they're lacking manpower. Okay, so that's part of the express entry process. So
Right. What are the, in your experience, what are the right now? What is the most requested?
So
job?
anything in tech, drivers like truck drivers, any construction engineers, nurses, home care attendants.
But not limited to it. This is just what it is today.
This is just what we need right now in Canada. There's a dire need for electricians, plumbers, trades. Electricians, plumbers, trades. In fact, these are the jobs that are most in demand in Canada. Okay.
So there's a big part of the interview is an interview itself. When when people go for the job application, there's usually an interview process,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Especially when you make it through the first
Yes.
steps or phases of selective process. Are you taking any steps to coach the immigrants, because it's totally different here, right, compared to where they came from? Are you taking any steps to prepare them for the interview?
Yes. So if they get a call back and someone is interested in interviewing with them, then we meet with the client again over Zoom, and we do mock interviews. So we help them with their interview preparation. We have, presentations that I share with them, which has, the 10 most common questions that someone may be asked and how to answer them as well. We look at, to increase people's overall confidence, we talk to them about the importance of, keeping their body language what it should be. They should be dressed, even though they're on Zoom, they should wear clothing that reflects that they're actually going to a job interview. Okay, these are things
so it's sort of like acting. Like when I go to audition for a job of a doctor, I wear something that doctor would. Right, like the bloody cover T-shirt or something like
well,
this.
Well, no, I don't know if you would wear a bloody cover T-shirt. Yeah.
Well, if I'm going for a surgeon that had an incident at the surgeon table.
No, well, I mean, we teach them how to research the company values, the culture at the company, to see if it's a good fit for the candidate, right?
Yes.
Any recent developments that have happened at this company, there's a job site with the Canadian government that I go through regularly to see what types of jobs are available for immigrants wanting to come to Canada on these types of, either express entry or province-specific visas.
What's the biggest takeaway for the immigrants that are actually looking for a job here? Like, what would your advice will be, like, specifically coming from Canada Central right here?
Yes. So I've been working with Canada Central for a while now. And, I have to say that we have a real dedicated team of people who who give our clients the best possible advice and the best possible scenarios with regards to their journey to Canada. Okay. We help them, coming to Canada, structuring your whole immigrant package, submitting. It's strategic planning. Okay. And with the work permit, you have to have a job offer before you can be granted your work permit. So we help them to try and find that job or that employer or that company that is looking for that set of skills to be able to bring this person into Canada on a work permit.
So you're like a matchmaker.
Pretty much, yeah. A matchmaker for immigrants looking for jobs, coming to Canada, looking for a better life. For me, working at Canada Central is rewarding in the sense that I know there are people who, aspire to this dream of coming to Canada. I'll give you an example. Last year, I was in Europe. I traveled to Europe last year. And everywhere along the way, I met people who would ask me, if I was American. And I would say, no, I'm Canadian, right? Oh, and they would answer, oh my God, Canada. Oh, you're so lucky to live in Canada. We wish we could live in Canada. Canada's such a great country. People are so nice. They're so polite, so all out there in the world, you would be amazed at how many people want to come to Canada.
So yes, everywhere you go, Canadians do turn heads for many different reasons, and we actually, we can attest to it. We love our country. We're very passionate about our country, and that's why we're doing this show. And thank you so much for coming and bringing your expertise and sharing your Canada Central expertise here with us as well. And how grateful we are to you and your services that you're actually helping people. Because even non-immigrants can use your services, believe it or not.
Yes.
And this is very important, and we're very happy that you actually part of this organization. And thank you for being here. You're amazing, and we're looking forward maybe to see you more on Common Canadians here on Alex Sass Show.
Thanks, Alex. It was great.
Brothers and sisters, we'll see you on the next one.